And this week starts exactly how last week ended because I'm recording the outro and intro and the dogs barking at the same time. I am currently editing last week's vlog, watching the news. Isaac is at Cúl Camp this week, which is Gaelic and hurling it's basically 4 hours every day from 10 till 2. So I'll film him when he comes back so you can see his Cúl Camp fatigues. Molly was at the vet this morning. She has got, I don't think I can show you, I'll try. She's got scabs come up. She's got one on the side of her neck, one on her chest where that swelling was, one on the inside of her back leg. So we were like, that she hasn't been hurt or anything. So I've done a bit of reading, and the most common thing likely was an allergic reaction to those heart murmur medication. So we took her to the vets this morning and the vet agrees. She said it's one of two things. It's either an allergic reaction to the heart murmur medication or still when she had the operation, it could be a leftover from that, and one of the scabs was infected. So she has some medication. She had an antibiotic injection. She has got some steroids to stop with the itching. God, my arm is sore holding this. So we have to bring her back next Monday. I'm dreading the bill when she was took in to get her teeth done, which needed no work. Her teeth were all fine. She had her dew claws off because they were like more or less just an inconvenience to the groomer. She said that they could easily catch and she could get hurt. And we've had nothing but trouble ever since. It's been ridiculous. So we're monitoring these sores that she's got and taking her back next week. She's due to have her yearly booster next month. So the vet agreed that we'll take her off the heart murmur medication for a month, let all this clear up. Then when we go back for her booster next month, we'll start it again, and then that will ascertain whether the allergic reaction is the tablets or leftover from the operation. So that's what's happening at the minute. So yeah, I'll see if I can film. She's not very keen on you sort of like crowding her or anything, but I'll see if I can film it for you. There they are. Hello, doggy. Hello. Oh, do you give her a kiss? Let me see, darling. Can you see there, just under where my thumb is? That's the worst one. And she's got some, oh Dobby, I can't do it. Can you see there? That's the worst one. And then her chest as well is a bit red. So I'm not going to poke with you anymore, darling. So she's got some tablets, and you're a good girl too. You are. She's got some tablets. She seems fine in herself. I don't know where the tablets is. Darren must have taken them. So this is her little tablets. Trying not to show my address. Prednisolone. So Molly, K9. So yeah, it is a lovely day today. Look how nice it is. Wait till you see our weeds. I'm going to try and do the weeding today if I get a chance. Look at the bottom of our garden. It's really shaded, so you probably can't see. See all those green things? They're all weeds. There's a football for you. So, yeah. I'm hoping that eventually that ivy grows over the whole fence. So I need to do the weeding. Just think that you were going to get something when I went in the kitchen. Is that what you thought? They're so greedy. They're like their mum. What we have to listen to every time anybody comes to the door is ridiculous. This should be Isaac and Darren back. Oh, how was it?
The first part was okay, but then we got absolutely thrashed in the matches.
Oh, it's for fun, Isaac. It doesn't matter.
As I told Dad, everybody there takes it competitively.
Well, that's their own issue, isn't it? No, so I put this on so I could show them your Cúl Camp top, which I think is pretty cool.
There was only one game we won, and do you know why we won it?
Why?
The leaders had decided to go easy on us.
Right, haven't started yet. Got all those nettles. This, oddly, we put birdseed in that, and lots of it drops there. There didn't used to be any. This is from the birdseed. And then this is the jungle that I'm about to start. All of that green stuff needs weeding. Oh dear me. So you're seeing it before all of this, and we'll show you after what it looks like. I'm weeding and I've got a visitor. It's a little robin. Do you see him? Behind the little fag robin. He keeps coming up to me. Well, almost coming up to me, then he runs away. Little robin, bless him. He's not going to turn around. Okay, 3 hours later. So I've done as best as I can with that. All the stuff that was here. Oh. And you can see all of, there's little green bits because there's little mossy bits growing as well. Yoda. Trimmed some stuff back. Isaac's growing strawberries, look. So, weeding done. Just need to buy, weeded this little bit, need to buy some other little flowers for here. The bin's a bit full. Yep. Hello! So, it's Tuesday. We are just heading to the local GAA club to pick up Isaac, who is at Cúl Camp this week. Then have to go into my mum's, get his... Yeah, the gloves are in there.
What's that?
The gardening gloves are on the floor in the back seat. So, yeah, Darren borrowing my gardening gloves, putting them somewhere, and don't know how they got there. Into my mum's. We need to get his trousers taken up. The school trousers, so we've got them to do. And I want to get to the gardening centre on the way home, but it says online it shuts at 5. It says open later in summer. Well, this is summer, but it doesn't say a time. So I don't know, but chances of me getting a proper look if it shuts at 5 is nil, given that I'm going to be over half an hour later for my mum than usual. No doubt she'll want to go out. But yeah, it's such nice weather here at the minute. It is, there's no temperature, 22. Now that maybe doesn't sound a lot in England, I know, because you're getting massive high temperatures, but for here, that's really, really nice. Nice and warm. To be honest, I'd have it a couple of degrees cooler than that, but have to oh, the lights are away.
Yeah,
Oh no, they're not. Oh, the lights are away in our little bit, but they're on. Oh, that was handy. And with a cyclist coming the other way.
Yeah.
Our lights just turned to green, but the little bit that you can drive up's got a cyclist. Great. Still don't know. I still no way. No, I'm
just
going.
Follow it through, yeah.
What was I going to say? The car in front of me's got his foot down because he went. Basically, it went green for 10 seconds.
Maybe not even that.
And we waited on the cyclist, and then it turned red. So the car in front of me thought, to hell with that, I'm going. So I followed him. Right, we're alright, we're through. And theirs hasn't changed yet. Oh, there's a white van came down as well.
After us?
Way after us. Oh, theirs has just gone green now. Yeah, so we're going to pick up Isaac. I'm hoping to get into that garden centre. I want to get a couple of little plants after doing all that weeding yesterday. I'm always really pleased with the garden when it's been weeded and mowed and stuff.
It's very nice to do that.
So yeah, I'll turn this off. I'll try and see if I can film a little bit of the... Oh, Jesus Christ!
See what I mean about this bit of corner here?
He's nearly ran up my back of my car.
That's what I mean. If you ever come up here, turn left and then turn around and come back up.
Yeah.
Don't try turning right.
Right, yeah, I'm going to switch it off. We almost got...
Wiped out.
Yep, right. I shall speak to you later. It is Thursday and we are going to the beach. It is it's showing 19 degrees. It's way hotter than 19 degrees.
It's like 100.
It's very warm. We're all sun creamed up. We're going to, and I have my hair back, which I hate, but it's back. What can you do? We are going to Portrush Beach, so it's about an hour drive. Thank God for aircon's all I can say. We're picking up Robert. I need to get petrol. So I will try and do some footage while we're there. Can't believe that says 19 degrees. It is not 19 degrees. But guess who we're waiting on? Yes.
Darren.
I shall speak to you guys later. There's Isaac and Robert. Can't zoom in anymore. Those two little blobs out there jumping up. That's them. Oh, freezing! Freezing!
Deep there, watch this.
Are you relaxed?
No,
Why not?
no, I'm not getting started.
We are in a tent. We're in one of these wee things that like shelters you from the sun, so I'm not very good with sun.
Shelters for the general public.
No idea what these two are at. I think Isaac's burying Robert. I think that's the general gist. Right, there's some burying going on here. I don't think there's enough sand. More Isaac. I don't. No, that's enough. No more. Right, I'm videoing. Whenever you want to get up, I'll video you.
No, you'll never get up. Oh God. I'll the beach on me. No, there's just gonna be like a tower.
Isaac, don't put any more sand on.
No, more sand. I am so freezing my tooth.
Look at these two, like two old women on the 2p machines. Arabian gold. That's the temperature we're on, 26.
Having fun?
One is as close as hospital or medical place. It's nice temperature in here.
Dobby. Dobby. Come here.
Right, I'm not filming any lower apart from his mouth because he's got a shirt off. Right, let's see the injury. Look, he's taking this little plaster off. It's gone bruised. I'm not going to get him to lift his mouth up.
You can't show him.
See, no. It's all bruised there. So yes. Dobby and Molly are wanting outside.
I want to see what it's like.
No, Isaac with dirty fingers. Darren's outside again. Is determined to get everything massively watered before the hosepipe ban comes. I don't think it will come in here. We haven't had enough good weather. We're looking for bats. Apparently there's bats in the garden according to Darren. Oh, oh. I was filming in the back area. Oh, oh.
Don't make a shift.
I'll put it over here and see if we can catch one. Oh, one just went right over your head.
It comes again. You want to give it a name?
Flappy. come right up.
Told me I don't. It's too. He's going right down the street.
Oh, I think that's a lot. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, they're way too fast.
Got drift off that one.
I don't want to come above our heads like the last one did. It is Sunday. Going into my mum's. Did we film Isaac's mouth yet? I don't know. Show us your mouth. I don't think you can see from here. You can't really. It's swollen on one side. It's all black underneath. But we took off the little bandages yesterday, or the little steri strips, so there's no mark hardly at all on the outside. He's got tomorrow and Tuesday. He's got 2 like taster days at St. Louis. They're getting all the new first years in. They call them year 8 now. First years, in my opinion. And they like play games and stuff just so they can get to know each other. So it's not any work or anything like that. It's just like a getting to know you thing. So they have to come dressed for games. So something comfy. Trying to think if there's anything else to tell you. I can't remember. I will tell you about Isaac's mouth. Because I know I took a picture for my 365 on Facebook, but I don't think I talked about it yet. So I get a phone call. Isaac has been, this is going to do this thing now. The other car was so much taller. I could get that. I don't like this angle. There's too much of me in it for my liking. Isaac was at Cúl Camp all week. Football and Gaelic.
Looking forward to
and it was lunchtime. Well, I think he done it just. I got a phone call about 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. The woman saying, can you come and pick Isaac up? He's put his teeth through his lip and he's in a really bad way, that's how she put it. And I'm thinking, oh my god. And she went off the phone really fast because there's not that many volunteers to kill. I don't know if she was wanting to get off to like look after him or what it was, but that's all the information I got. So I'm thinking, oh my god, has he knocked his teeth out? Has, what does she mean through his, how bad is it? What he did was the canine tooth on one side went through the inside of his gum, but it came out the outside. So there's a little mark there too. Obviously there was a lot of blood at the time, which was quite a shock for him. There was only one wee lad that didn't panic and like go, oh, and back away. So I texted his mum to tell her to thank him. I think she was dead proud of him that he was, knew what to do and stuff. So it's only a year older than Isaac. And he goes to the school that Isaac's going to be going to, which is good. So they've got to know each other quite a bit over Cúl Camp.
We used to live next door.
I know he did. You lived 2 doors away from us when we lived down in Martinstown. But yeah, Darren took him into. Well, I sat outside because I didn't want to sit at home thinking, oh, we only allowed one adult in at the doctor's still with a COVID thing. So we went into the doctor's and we wanted to avoid A&E because when we were looking at it, it didn't look like it needed a stitch. But when you're not sure but you want to do the right thing. So Darren phoned the GP and they says, I'll bring him in and the nurse can look at him, but if he needs anything he'll need to go to A&E. So we brought him in and they were not very happy that the reception had told him that he could come down and the nurse could look at each. They really need to stop doing that. You should have been going up to A&E. It's lucky we'll see him now, he's here, it's not busy today, but blah blah blah. So they seen him anyway. She looked at it and said, no, it's fine, doesn't need a stitch or glue. She put the little strips on to like stop it bleeding and hold it. But she did say the tooth that he banged, in some cases, now I didn't know this, when a tooth is banged hard enough it can kill the nerve within the tooth. And if that happens, you need to get the nerve taken out to obviously save the tooth. So we just need to keep an eye. Did you say it would hurt if that happened, or just to watch for discoloration?
Both pain and discoloration.
Right. So I don't think it's going to happen, because I think he would have felt something by now. One of the other mums said that her son did exactly the same thing recently in the swimming pool, and I'm thinking the amount of blood in the swimming pool must have been a nightmare. She said his is healed up absolutely fine. You can barely see any mark now. So, but you know, when you as a mum get a phone call that says he's in a really bad way, your mind goes to horrible places. So, and I even told I was trying to tell my mum sat outside the doctor, she couldn't turn her TV down because she didn't know where the remote control was. She struggles to hold the phone properly to her ears, so she's going, what? And I'm trying to shorten it down. I says, Isaac's had an accident at Cúl Camp. And she's like, what? Oh my God, oh my what? So she obviously thought something awful had happened, because I couldn't get a full description out, but she wasn't hearing me. So I got across eventually. Oh my God, I thought he broke his leg or something, she said. So we're going in there now. It's been lovely weather today. It's 20, but it feels just nice. I don't like it much over this. You know, when you don't have to wear a coat, just nice. It's not raining, but you're not baking. I'm going to be great in Florida next year in August. No option now. You see, before we got Isaac out of school, strictly speaking, you know, you're not supposed to, but because it was a one-off, it was always supposed to be, you know, we'll go to Florida once, but it's somebody's got an indicator on and they're not turning off the road. We never thought we'd go back because it was so expensive. It was like, right, well, this is happening once and once alone, and you get there and everything's really expensive too, but you understand why people go back. And we had people say, oh, you'll want to go back. No. And that's exactly what we're doing. But it takes us like 4 years, 3-4 years to save up enough money. And I'm sure people are thinking, how the hell can they afford to go to Florida? There's something not right there, because we don't drink, we don't smoke, we don't socialise, we maybe do 1 gig a year maximum.
The little things like, if I'm in town, I'm thirsty, I wait till I get home. If I need to take money out of the bank, I'll walk across town to the bank that's free to withdraw.
Isaac's is here. Darren's a skin of flint. Darren nearly had heart failure. We went to Portrush. We're Robert and Isaac to go to the beach. Now, Portrush is a seaside town that's got this big, like, is it? Massive arcade with rides and all that stuff. It used to be called Barry's when I was growing up. Very recently it was bought by another company, so it's now called Curry's, which I just can't get used to at all. And Robert's not one that's backward and coming forward. Can we go to Curry's? Can we go on rides? Oh look, there's Domino's. Oh look, we could get donuts there. They're only like $5 each. Now I'm like, no, because I can't afford it. And he asked another 2 times after that about, and then he started, Darren, do you think my mum would take me and Isaac to Curry's? Wanting me to say, right, well, we'll go to Curry's. Now, I had full intentions of going there anyway, but I hadn't told them at this stage. But it's really expensive. Now, this maybe doesn't sound a lot, but the rides are like £3, £3.50 each. So for each ride these two wanted to go on was going to cost me £6 or £7 a go. And when you're trying to save up, and you've got Christmas coming up, and you've loads of birthdays, we don't have that sort of money.
And you still got to buy something to eat.
So we went, and I gave him a tenner each. I says, we're not going on any rides, because Isaac was scared to go on most of them, so I said, here's a tenner each for the arcade games you can have. Kelly, they got stuck on 2p machines, you'll be glad to hear. But they had a go at a few games. We went to a chippy, which was queued out the door, and we looked at it, and we ended up picking, because it was so expensive. I got chips and beans and cheese. Isaac got chips and curry, and Robert got chips and cheese. Darren refused to get one because he says, I'm not even paying that. 17 quid for 3 portions of chips, no drinks. And then at the bottom they had the audacity to write salt and vinegar, FOC, free of charge. That's very big of them, isn't it?
Not even real cheese.
So you know that fake cheese that there's no taste of it? It was that. And then ice creams. Again, Darren didn't have one. $4.50 each for a little tub ice cream. So Robert really doesn't get the expensive things. when I counted petrol, four little drinks of Coke. What was it, £7, £6.80 for 4 little drinks? Not like sitting in anywhere, just a bottle, like little bottles. So I worked out, I think it was £88. And all we did was, we went to the beach, we had an ice cream and a portion of chips each, and they had a tenner each in the arcade, 88 quid. And he's like, oh, but why can't we do this? Oh, but the donuts are only a £5. And in the end, I actually got quite irked, and I says, did you bring any money with you, Robert? Well, no. I says, well, there you go then. I says, I can't afford to do any more. But
I still can't believe it cost 80 quid to go to the beach for a few hours.
so anyway, generally, we don't spend money on it. Like, it's very rare for us to treat ourselves to anything. Most money we have goes to save for a holiday, and still that takes us between 3 and 4 years to save up. We last went in 2019, we'll be going back in 2023. Now, we had planned to do Universal, we wanted to do 3 weeks, but we were sort of like, Darren says there's a whole new thing opening in Universal in a few years.
Epic.
So we either wait for that, which could be several years, or we go now, next year, and then we maybe do Universal in another 4 years. So I think that's what we've planned to do, because it's been so long. I mean, we haven't been away since we went to Florida in 2019. You know, like a lot of people have like weekend breaks, or, you know, breaks at home or somewhere. In Northern Ireland, there isn't really anywhere. We don't have Butlins, we don't have Centre Parks. There's a place down south, which I think is a Centre Parks or a Brighton, and it's so expensive.
May as well go to Spain.
It's like, do we not go and then like get to Florida a year earlier? So that's what we decided to do. But you sort of see people raising an eyebrow, how are they in Florida? Because we do nav all else, that's why. I mean, you get these people with massive movie collections and stuff. I don't do that, but people like, oh, Alan, you'll understand this, I know you are a collector, but you get some people that are collectors that really look down their nose at people that stream or that don't collect, and but you can get this and that in the charity shop, blah blah blah. It's like, A, I have no money in a room in the house because Isaac's stuff is everywhere, and if it's not Isaac's stuff, it's Darren's stuff. We don't have any room for movies. Some people have movies in a plastic bag under their stairs. I don't see the point. And we can't afford it. I mean, if I bought every movie I wanted, I can't afford to go out on an afternoon and spend like 30 or 40 quid a week on movies. I don't have 30 or 40 quid a week spare to spend on movies. But that's what I mean. That he says, it really gets on my nerves when you can't be a real film fan if you don't buy everything. And it's like, no, I used to have a mammoth collection before I met Darren, before I got married. I worked in a video shop for long enough, I managed one, my collection was massive, but I ended up getting rid of most of it when I moved from Ireland to England. But yeah, anyway, that's me whinging about money again. But yeah, it's a pet peeve, just so many jokes on streamers. Oh, and when they take this thing off streaming, what are you going to do? I'm going to walk upstairs to my movie room and I'm going to get this and put it on. Well, bully for you that's got 50 quid a week to spend on 4Ks. Not all of us do. But yeah, maybe like people that don't have kids, or people that have got grown kids that have moved out and they've suddenly got a spare room and they've suddenly got loads of money where they're not having to spend it on bloody school uniforms and computers and all that stuff. And maybe they can afford to, but we can't. But so that's all that's happening at the minute. We're looking forward to next year going back to Florida. I'm a bit worried about the heat, but it's one of them things when you're enjoying yourself, it's kind of manageable, isn't it?
Halloween decorations.
Halloween decorations. It'll feel weird though. Halloween stuff in blistering heat.
The Christmas ones when we got there.
Yeah, the last time we were there, it was Christmas decorations. It was boiling, and it just felt all wrong. But we know. See, when you've never been before, you don't know what to expect. So to me, you can't properly plan because you've no idea. You can look online, you can see other people's stuff, but you don't have a proper comprehension as to how long it takes to get from here to there, to how long you're going to be waiting, all that stuff. And then they've changed everything now, so there's no fast passes anymore for Disney, like hotel Disney guests, which is a pain in the arse. You know, we used to have that. There's this Genie Plus now, but you have to, is it 15 quid each per ride?
No, it's £15 each for the Genie app.
Right.
And certain rides you have to pay per head £15 to go on.
Jesus Christ. So that'll not be happening. But this time we know there's a load of rides that we know we're not interested in. And I like just looking forward to like soaking up the atmosphere and stuff. There must be a funeral, there's a ton of parked cars. Like, people's gonna hate me for this. Most of Magic Kingdom I'm not fussed about, as in the rides. I like the shops and stuff. What's that? Peter Pan, not ours. It's a Small World, not happening unless I need to cool down. I like Pirates of the Caribbean ride, but I don't have to go on it. My favourite in that park is Buzz Lightyear ride.
Yeah, that's good.
Anything else I can take or leave. I was so disappointed with the carousel, and I love carousels. I was really looking forward to that. But I went on one in Blackpool and it was so much better. It was faster. It just seemed really sedate. I suppose it's for little kids. But I'm hoping to be able to get on Flight of Passage a few times. That's that and Soarin'. But then I really like Navi River Journey as well. I know a lot of people find that really dull, but it's so relaxing.
What about on the new one, Rise of Resistance?
If you can get on it.
I've heard that is the most extreme roller coaster in Disney.
No, you're thinking of
Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, right, Rise of the Resistance. Yes, the Star Wars. Yeah, we want to do that. That looks really good. Kelly's, what would that be? Kelly's partner's brother's wife. Kelly's partner's sister-in-law is currently in Disney, and she's doing like every day she's putting her step count, which is really interesting. I want to try that, but then I'll not be stepping as much as you will. You put yours on. And it's really interesting. They're taking pictures of what they're doing each day, and it's really making me want to go back. But she's not a roller coasters fan, but she said after she did Guardians she felt like she could do anything, and that scared the life out of me. But she doesn't like screen rides, you know, like Flight of Passage. She doesn't like that, so I'm hoping that is a part of. But she said that it goes like left, right, back, forward, and she says you actually, when you go back, you get flung against the lap thing at the front, and that made me think, oh, not good with stuff like that. Soarin's one of my favourites as well. She didn't like Soarin' either. I think that's because it's a screen thing. Right, I'll let you get out then, I'll reverse. But yes, we're really looking forward to it, going back next year. Now it's just making sure we save enough money.
No more trips to Portrush.
No more trips to Portrush, Darren says. Right, anyway, I'll probably have nothing else to tell you, so I'm going to sign off now, and I shall catch up with you guys next week. I am doing a live stream on Tuesday with, but even know if this will be up by then, with Leo and a couple of others. Leo's from Geek Legion of Doom, Aaron from Screen Stars, and I don't know what we're talking about, but that's Tuesday. And I've got another one on the 31st, a couple of weeks time, with a group of lads that I did one with before. Everybody seems to be into all these live streams now, and I'm like, you know, I think maybe if people did one a month, but you know, when people do them so often, I think it's maybe a bit of overkill. But anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I shall catch up with you guys next week. Over night, Blanket and Kaboodle.